Let's go, Josh!
Welcome everyone to sunny Millrace Field. I am Jeff Jordan, the high school principal, and this is our 77th commencement ceremony at Falconer Central School. The class of 2025 is graduating 72 seniors tonight. This is a smaller class with a big impact on our school. Our Golden Falcons have succeeded in the classroom, including their CTE programs in musicals, athletics, and have made positive impacts within our community. Seniors, I appreciate your leadership, your talent, and your growth for your entire career at FCS. I would like to thank our parents and family members for your support for the past 4 years. At this time, please stand for the national anthem in our alma mater, performed by our senior chorus, and for the last time, directed by Mrs. Anne-Marie Mogenham. In keeping with our tradition at FCS of having a 30-year alumni speak to the graduating class, Mr. Andrew Minton from the class of 1995 is our commencement speaker tonight. Mr. Minton attended Indiana University of Pennsylvania and graduated with a bachelor's degree in music education and a master's from Fredonia University. He has been an elementary and high school teacher at Panama Central and Sherman Central, and is currently teaching grades 3 through 6 general music and band at Frewsburg Central School. In addition to teaching band, private lessons, and general music, Drew teaches songwriting and music production classes and music theory to several Chautauqua County students. He has directed a variety of musicals and has served as president of both the Chautauqua County Music Teachers Association and Sherman Teachers Association. Drew has performed solo and with countless local bands and musicians, and continues to perform with many high school and community musicals. Drew resides in Lakewood with his wife Lisa and their well-loved dogs. They also have 4 adult children that are successful in their own unique way. From the class of 1995, please welcome Andrew Mitten. Thank you, Mr. Jordan.
Good evening, Falconer High School class of 2025. I want to thank the FCS Board of Education, the administration, faculty, staff, alumni, and most of all you, tonight's honorees, for the honor of speaking at your commencement ceremony. I also want to lift up all of the faculty and students from the class of 1995 for the great times we had, the hard times we shared, to honor those we have lost, and to salute those who are here with us today. I sat in these seats 30 years ago, wondering where life would take me. What I imagined doesn't even compare to what really happened, and that's a good thing. Tonight, I wanted to share a few thoughts of what I learned along the way. As a musician, I structured this speech in song form, and if you follow along, you'll find that in between the verses and a bridge lie 3 choruses. Verses tell the story, and a chorus is the heart of a song, the repeated message. I hope you can hear my message for you loud and clear in the next few moments. When you walk out of here tonight, you'll be a high school graduate, and by all rights, an adult. As exciting as that is, and I'm sure you've been told this before, adulting is hard. You don't know in what ways life is going to challenge you. Right now, your next move is hard. You might have plans already in place, and you might be as petrified as you are excited. You may have no idea what you're going to do tomorrow morning, also terrifying and exciting. It's now up to you to figure out what you want to do, what you want to be, and how to get there, and to put that into action, because you are behind the wheel of your life's direction from now on. I don't really believe in luck. I do believe that if you can work hard enough and you know what you want out of life, you can get those things. Sometimes when we think things go well, we call it good luck. When things happen badly, we blame bad luck. Your presence in your life removes luck and makes every day a call to action and a chance to test your resolve and resilience toward your goals. My first teaching job was in 2000. I was cleaning my first classroom. One second. I'm going to handle this right now. I was cleaning my first classroom, getting ready for my first year teaching, and another teacher stopped in to introduce herself and welcome me. I'll never forget that moment. I was in the middle of an allergy attack from the dusty old books that I was trying to get rid of. If any of you teachers know how that is coming into a classroom. And when I saw her, time froze. There was this bright light behind her. She kind of floated into the doorway with the angels choir behind her. And all I could do was think how deeply and madly in love I had just fallen and how badly I needed a tissue. I definitely listened to my screaming soul that she was what I had been looking for so long. And with some patience and persistence, I married her, my best friend, a few years later. It takes a lot to find or recognize the person who completes you. And when you do, don't let them go. Invest in them, and they will in you. And you will be a better person every day because of them. And so happiness might appear on your doorstep. It might take years of searching before it does. But either way, when it appears, you will only recognize it if you know what you need to be happy. Learn that about yourself and pursue happiness without end. Back to 1995. My senior thesis paper for Ms. Leach's English 12 class had been going pretty well, but as you might know, I procrastinated and stayed up all night before the due date, finishing my thoughts. Maybe you guys don't behave that way, but that was my way. In the morning, I saved the paper to my 3.5-inch floppy disk. We didn't have the internet, and brought it into Mr. Lucia's computer lab to finish because I wasn't quite done. He allowed me to spend all morning in his room working. I managed to get the paper turned in on time, despite the title being half on the first page and half on the last because of the dot matrix printer that you had to rip, and it was a mess. Mr. Lucia, though, and Ms. Leach showed me tremendous grace that day. The world needs so much grace, empathy, and kindness. Do something kind for someone else every day, small or huge, and don't tell anyone about it. Let that joy and pride you experienced fester in your heart, just like anger would if you held it in. Let positivity work for you the same way that negativity does. Your days will be happier, your steps will be lighter, and your heart will be treasured by more and more people. Give freely, and when you need grace and patience from someone else, take it appreciatively and without damaging their world. And don't ever take away someone else's joy for any reason. Embrace every moment when you meet someone new, because every stranger you meet could be your next boss, employee, your best friend, or your partner. Treasure every joyous time with family and store those life-changing meetings, moments, and relationships and memories because they are valuable. I will forever remember, down to the heat of the late summer classroom, that first time I met my wife and the way my stomach just dropped when I saw her. Some memories I keep to myself. I have stored up so many of those moments that when I need a boost or some help to get through hard times, I recall one, ground myself, and remember that the good far outshines the bad. Those things will be the light at the end of many tunnels for you. Back to 1995. My first high school band took up residence in my parents' garage, just up the road there, and practiced rent-free after school most days of our senior year. When we weren't practicing, we drove around town telling people we were in a band. We knew 5 songs, well, depending on who you ask. And thanks to us, so did the rest of the South Ralph Avenue neighborhood. Anybody out there remember those days? I really put my parents to the test back then. Talk about grace and patience. To this day, if they even hear Green Day, they go running. We practiced here at school as well, right on the stage. We were just kids who loved playing music together. I played guitar because it was the coolest instrument, and Mr. Carapanzo, who ran the school AV department, would pop in every now and then and ask about my guitar and make conversation about music. I had no idea at the time that he was a brilliant guitar player, a local legend, and that I should have been begging him for advice and lessons rather than assuming he thought I was cool or that he came to chat just to get us to stop playing. He never told me how good he was or that he even played. He was just genuinely, quietly cared. A little time with him could really have saved me a lot of practice. Be present in your life, an active participant, so that you don't miss when someone is there to help. There's always someone better, someone with more or different knowledge, and when you allow them to share, your happiness and skills will climb higher and higher. Keep your eyes open, or you'll miss the most important lessons in life. Once you know what success means to you, prioritize your steps towards getting what you want. Like any adventure story, you are starting with an interest or particular skill. You'll engage in learning, watching, listening, and a lot of hard work. You'll move step by step all the way up until you reach mastery. Know you are a beginner and accept that you won't be an expert for a long time. Listen to others' knowledge and wisdom. No matter your goal, career-oriented or not, work to be the best that you can be. The true secret to success is ironically the same as the cause of failure: repetition. It's practice, performing tasks over and over again, memorization of facts and formulas, muscle memory, cause and effect. To succeed at something, do it so many times that you learn to do it without any hesitation, thought, or fear. The man known as the greatest cellist of all time, Pablo Casals, was asked at the age of 80 why he still practices for 4 to 5 hours a day. And he said, because I think I'm making progress. Practice is repetition with intent. The Grand Canyon is 277 miles long, the distance from here to Manhattan. It's a mile deep and up to 18 miles wide. It was one river, calm and patient, flowing over and over in the same path, now for almost 6 million years, persistent and endlessly repetitive, that carved that massive gap in the stone. Repeat negative behavior, and you'll be stuck in negative patterns and thoughts. Seek repetition of positive behaviors toward your success, and you will find happiness. And finally, when it comes to time to take action, when you have learned what you need and are ready to show the world, tell us. How many people know you exist and have these skills and want to do this? You have to tell the world, and you have to be loud to cut through the noise of over 8 billion people so that you can reach your dreams. Make no time to wait and no room for excuses or fear or doubt in your path towards success. Live your life. Make life a verb. Make a promise to yourself not to just be, but to live, and you will find countless ways to do so. A good life is never finished. As Pablo Casals knew, there is never an end to practice and preparation. Don't ever think, I've arrived, and sit back, letting your life pass you by. Joy comes from living, not surviving. Protect your happiness and protect your joy, always, of course, without taking someone else's. Falconer class of 2025, I wish the best for you. I hope that you find endless joy for yourselves and that you bring endless joy and love to this very needy world. I want you to find careers that give you the joy and satisfaction that goes beyond paychecks. I hope that you can get so good at what you do that you can achieve something so special as Mr. Jordan did this month when he was named Principal of the Year. I hope that you can have a career that makes you as happy as Mrs. Mogenham, who is retiring after 39 years of teaching music. 30 years ago, she was my teacher, and we loved her then as much as you do now. I sang with her choir a few weeks ago as an alumni, and the pure joy and happiness that she had with almost 40 years worth of students together in one place was incredible. We should all pursue that level of joy in our work. I leave you now with a challenge. When you walk out of here today, transform. Step confidently out of here a different person than you were when you walked in. Change something for good and leave behind part of you that is not. Now it begins. Don't miss the lessons. Congratulations, Falconer High School, class of 2025, and again, my best wishes to every one of you.
Thank you, Drew. We appreciate your words of wisdom and your connection to Falconer. At this time, I would like to introduce the Salutatorian from the class of 2025, attending Penn State Barron in the fall, Joshua Erickson.
My stomach's been turning for weeks with what to say in this speech. The full attention of all my peers, my family, and most of the staff and teachers that have seen me through school. A handful of minutes to sum up my feelings about the past 12 years. So, naturally, I waited until 2 days ago to start writing. Regardless, I'll start with this. I'm not ready to leave. I remember exactly this time last year, seeing off my senior friends, feeling as if this moment was so far away, but also just around the corner. You all know that feeling when you were a kid and you were at the grocery store, and of course, your mom forgot something while you're in line. So now, there you are, face to face with the cashier, as they seem to be scanning the items faster and faster. But of course, at the last second, mom was always back in time to pay. This is exactly how I felt about graduating. As I've gotten closer and closer to it, it felt as if every moment was going faster and faster, with no sign of slowing. Except in this case, my mom couldn't do it all for me. With things happening so quickly, it's been almost as though each moment this year I haven't really been present, because I've been too stuck thinking about what's to come. I've been right about almost everything happening just as I planned up to this point right now. But right now is when everything changes. My vision of the future is blurry, and I don't like it. I don't like that I don't know exactly what's coming for me. There is safety within knowing what's going to happen, and that's why I'm not ready to leave. I'm not ready to leave the halls I've walked through so many times, the stairs that have felt like Mount Everest to climb at 8 a.m., the locker I've crammed and used, and most of all, the people I've shared it with. You make friends often through shared experiences. And what's a better shared experience than going to the same place 5 days a week for 10 months a year? The friends I've made, I've known since kindergarten. And now I'm just supposed to stop seeing them each year the way I have for the past 12, just because. You make friends through your shared experiences, but you keep friends because you want to. I want to keep all of my friends, and though I think I will keep a lot of them, I wish I could continue to see them 5 days a week, but that's just impossible. I'm not ready to not be surrounded by the same people I have been for so long. I'm just simply not ready. Which is extremely ironic because for the past 4 years, during each assignment, each essay, each test, I've always thought to myself, it's just a little bit closer to over, with a dumb smile on my face. Now that it's here though, I wish I could go back in time and punch myself and tell myself to write "Be Grateful" on the whiteboard 1,000 times. I never would have thought I'd be sad to graduate, as it's all that I've worked up to, but I can't help but feel that way. Though it might not be the emotion generally associated with graduating, it's the reality. Each day when left alone with my thoughts, a film reel begins to play in my head, starting with elementary and ending now. I can't help but feel sad when going back through memories, or even when a song comes on that reminds me of a certain time in life. But now, high school is just that. A chapter of my life that I can now say is over. A time that I can only refer to, no longer live in. Nothing can prepare anyone for this moment. No amount of conversations with people who have graduated can convey the way it truly feels. You are accomplished, but still somehow not fulfilled. I'm not ready to leave, and I'm definitely not ready to explain this feeling to others for years to come. But whether or not I'm ready for it is happening. I can't change what's happening, but I might be able to change what might happen in the future. I've always hated this notion that after you graduate, you won't be able to see anybody from school anymore. I just don't understand why this is normalized. Yes, some may go far off to college, but this is always home, and at one point or another, we'll all be back for some reason. It's my belief that you can make time to see people if you want to. I don't want to run into any of you and have that, wow, I haven't seen you in 20 years moment. We've been together for over a decade, and while yes, it's just because of where our parents decided to live, we are bonded forever now because of it. No matter where you go, who you meet, what you might even try to tell people, this will always be where you're from. And I see no sense in trying to forget about it or deny it. I think we should all be proud of where we've come from, be proud of the village that has undeniably shaped us into who we are today. There is a sense of security when you know what's next, and a sense of unease when you don't. Along with that unease, though, there is beauty. There is beauty in not knowing exactly what's next, as it allows you to live in the moment. When you don't have your entire future planned out, you can focus more on actually living it instead of constantly planning it. I know I've fallen into the trap this year of wanting so badly to have a perfect senior year that I feel like I've lived half of it through the photos I've seen afterwards instead of the actual moment. I don't wish this for myself in the future or for any of you. What I've learned from this, though, is that sometimes it's best not to know. Though I definitely don't know everything about my future, one thing I do know is that Falconer will forever have a special place in my heart. The fact that I'm so sad about leaving just goes to show how singular this place really is. I truly don't think had I gone anywhere else would I be this reluctant to move on with my life. Even though I might never truly be ready to leave, I have to make peace with it. I can mourn the past while also looking forward to the future. I can remember my high school years while also preparing for the college ones ahead of me. But I can't stand here and act as though I'm not excited at all for college, because I am. Though I know now and then I'll see a photo from high school or go through my yearbook and get conflicted feelings about it. I know that college and the rest of my life after are just more chances to make more memories, to build on top of the wonderful foundation I built from my time here. Falconer is just a place, though, and it wouldn't be what it is without the wonderful people that inhabit it. Thank you to my family, immediate and extended, for always being there to support me, even when I might not think I want you there. Thank you to my mom for being my greatest teacher, my partner in crime, and for giving me all that she has. Thank you to my dad for being my role model, my advisor, and the best man I know. And thank you to my brother for being my best friend and biggest supporter. Thank you to my teachers and all my mentors that have not only shaped me into who I am today, but also given me the tools to succeed for the rest of my life. And finally, thank you to my peers, my friends, the graduating class of 2025, for lifting me up and putting me down when both were appropriate, making me laugh, making me cry, and just being with me basically ever since I can remember. Don't forget about your time here. Don't leave all of us in the past. And most importantly, don't be a stranger. Thank you.
Thank you, Josh. We will now hear from our 2025 valedictorian attending Case Western Reserve University, Isabella Anderson.
Well, I promise I'm not Darth Vader. And I don't know if this makes it any funnier, but I didn't actually know they were going to do that. And, which is ironic, because the sentence I chose to start my speech with was, I try my best to never be caught unprepared. In readying myself for this, I've watched hours of commencement speeches with titles of best, funniest, most heartwarming, inspirational, funniest, hilarious valedictorian speech ever. Parents like to joke that we don't know a time without cell phones, but I saw the evolution of camera quality through the 80s through graduation speeches. Fortunately for me, I found that my speech doesn't actually have to be the funniest, best, most amazing-ist speech ever for me to post it with that title. Now that I've relieved the pressure from my back, I feel I can do my best. I'm no more qualified than any of you to give advice. I haven't lived a full life, and I can't predict the future, though I have attempted to. Yet I feel obligated to do my best and give you something worthwhile. High school feels like being under a microscope. And you're not the one looking through the microscope, you're the specimen. Teachers, parents, friends, even strangers set different standards on how you should behave and what you should achieve. There are a lot of external pressures, but I think the worst of it is when we put ourselves under the microscope and look through. We tell ourselves, if I can't do it perfectly, maybe I shouldn't do it at all. If I won't get above a 90, why bother doing anything besides just passing? If I miss one club meeting, what's the point of even being in the club at all? Maybe you wanted to try a sport, take an interesting class, or maybe even post something on Instagram, but stopped because you weren't sure you'd do something exactly right. I know I myself have fallen into this trap at times. I set arbitrary measures of success for myself that mean essentially nothing in the long run. And I've been disappointed when I failed to reach my own standards. But here's the truth I'm slowly learning. Now, I will say my mom has tried drilling this into me for years, but I recently read a quote from John Steinbeck that summarized everything. He said, "Now that you don't have to be perfect, you can be good." And that really stuck with me because good is enough. In real life, there won't be honor rolls or stickers for perfect attendance, no donuts for being on time every day, no progress reports for being a good friend, worker, person. Nobody is offering extra credit for using coupons at the grocery store or giving you an extra study hall for calling the doctors to make your own appointments. You get to set your own standards now, and they don't have to be perfect. I wish you all success in your own eyes, for you to meet yourself where you're at, and try anyway, even if it's not flawless at first. I say this because learning to let go of perfectionism hasn't been easy for me either. I grew up the eldest of 3 children. I've always been a stereotypical older sister, organized, particular, and, all right, maybe even a little bossy. My oldest brother is 6 years younger than me. Shout out to you, Ted. We didn't often have an occasion to fight, but when he'd get on my nerves, I'd march straight to my mom to tattle. But before I could even finish, she'd stop me, and she'd say, go to your room and write down 30 things you're grateful for. As a kid, I didn't see the benefit of this exercise. I'd start the list something like this. I am grateful for, number 1, food. Number 2, water. 3, shelter. Spoiler, there are only so many basic necessities you can list before you have to think a little harder. So I'd go on. Number 4, my bed. 5, my pillow. 6, my cat. 7, my other cat. Now, you don't realize how many things 30 things is to be grateful for until you're a frustrated 10-year-old. I would eventually realize that though I was annoyed with my brother, I was grateful to have someone to play cards with. Even though he stole my crayon, I was grateful he drew me a picture. When my mom made me do this, she was rewiring my brain toward gratitude, and I didn't even know it. Today, I still get annoyed sometimes, as a regular human does. I get annoyed when I can't figure something out, or I have to deal with someone that is really bad at communicating, or someone walks in the middle of the road when there is a perfectly good sidewalk right there. But I've noticed something. When I start with gratitude, the little annoyances feel smaller, and the good things feel bigger. Taking a second to appreciate where you're at is simple. But I promise that you will never reach the depths of despair if you have something to be truly grateful for. And trust me, you will always have something to be truly grateful for. Today, I want you to think of a person, someone or multiple someones who have truly made you who you are today. As I speak about my own people, I want you to find the equivalent person in your own life. First, on behalf of the class of 2025, I want to thank all the teachers and staff who have made a difference in our lives. To the lunch ladies, thank you for both wishing us a good day and serving roasted potatoes. Both had the power to make my day. To the janitors, thank you for upkeeping our school with a smile. To the retiring teachers, it's a shame the underclassmen won't get to have you as long as we did. Now, a special thank you is in order for the best teachers, the ones that were always willing to give extra help outside of class. Thank you to those teachers who allowed students to correct their mistakes and learn from them gracefully. Thank you to the teachers that had patience in answering questions and thought about ways to rephrase explanations. To all of the incredible people who help run FCS, thank you. To my little brothers, Ted and Cal, thank you for teaching me how to be a leader. You both impress me with your creativity and intelligence. You also managed to find the funniest songs, and we've had so many good laughs. You are both such kind-hearted boys, and always remember, your big sister loves you so much. Last but not least, thank you to my parents, my twin pillars. For those of you who don't know Mr. and Mrs. Anderson personally, they are two of the most amazing individuals and the best team I have ever seen. Some of you may know him as the Wizard, but to me, he has always been Dad. Thank you for your sense of humor and your endless wit. You're someone I can laugh with, but someone I can go to when I need to vent. You make the drive to school in the morning go by in a flash, and I'll miss our morning talks next year. Finally, thank you to my mom. Mom, you are my very best friend, and I value you more than words can say. If anyone has ever heard me say the phrase, I promise I won't tell anyone, this does not extend to my mom. Mom, I can tell you anything, and you respond with grace and understanding. You give the best advice, and I don't think there is anyone I trust more than you. You're beautiful inside and out, and if I turn out even a little like you, I'll consider myself lucky. My family, thank you, I love you. To everyone in the audience, I hope my words reminded you of someone in your own life. If they did, I'm encouraging you to please tell that person. You don't have to get up on stage and do it as publicly as I just did. All I'm saying is that you should give a heartfelt thank you or a little bit of a stronger hug the next time you see them. You don't have to do anything grand. Just go a little bit out of your way to feel your gratitude and show you care. And I'll end with that. Caring is not embarrassing. Trying, failing, showing up, saying thank you, none of this is embarrassing. What's embarrassing is being scared to show you're human. And if there's one thing I hope we carry from this moment into whatever comes next, it's that being thoughtful, grateful, and human is more important than being perfect. Congratulations, class of 2025. We are more than enough.
Thank you, Isabella. Class of 2025, please welcome to the stage our Superintendent, Mr. Stephen Penhallow.
Good evening. Tonight we gather to honor the incredible accomplishments of the class of 2025. This is a moment to celebrate not only your achievements, but also to recognize the many individuals who supported you along the way. To our parents, families, friends, Board of Education, faculty, staff, and our entire Falconer community, thank you. Your guidance, encouragement, and unwavering belief in our students have made this night possible. We are especially grateful to Mr. Andrew Mitten, class of 1995, for returning to share in this celebration and offer words of wisdom and inspiration. Let me also take a moment to recognize and congratulate all of you, the reason why we're here tonight, the class of 2025, as well as extend our sincere appreciation to our Valedictorian, Isabella Anderson, and our Salutatorian, Joshua Erickson, for their heartfelt reflections and thoughtful messages. Your words remind us of how far we've come and the possibilities that still lie ahead. Each school year brought its own set of challenges, and each time you met those challenges with resilience and determination. You've grown not just academically, but as leaders, as thinkers, teammates, and most importantly, as friends. You've contributed so much to making Falconer Central School a place that we can all call home. As we look out at you tonight, we feel a deep sense of Falcon pride. Your achievements in the classroom, on the field, on the stage, and the community speaks volumes. Your graduation tonight marks more than the end of high school. It marks the beginning of a new chapter filled with opportunity, responsibility, and discovery. Let me leave you with a few parting thoughts. Be kind, be thoughtful, be present. The people around you, your family, your friends, your mentors, are your foundation. Let them know how much they matter to you. Don't underestimate the power of a sincere thank you. Very simple response, thank you. Gratitude builds bridges and deepens relationships. Take a moment tonight and acknowledge those who have helped you along this journey. Dream big, set your sights high, and then do everything in your power to live a full and meaningful life. And remember, once a Falcon, always a Falcon. Carry that spirit with you wherever life takes you. Life is waiting, the world is ready for you, and we believe in everything you're capable of becoming. Stay safe, stay strong, and always stay Falcon proud. Congratulations to the class of 2025. Can I ask our board members, Ro Woodard and Tracy Schrader, Mr. Jordan, and the class officers for the class of 2025 to come to the stage, please?
Good evening. As class officers, we're proud to share that the class of 2025 is leaving behind more than just memories. In the near future, new standing tables will be purchased for by the concession stand, helping to support our school community during sporting events. We are honored to donate funds toward this project as our class gift. We hope it will be enjoyed for years to come.
Thank you, seniors. And now the moment our students have been waiting for, the presentation of our diplomas. Mrs. Schrader, members of the Board of Education, through the authority vested in my position by the Board of Regents of the State of New York, I certify each 2025 graduate has completed a course of study prescribed for high school and is therefore entitled to this diploma.
K. Anderson, Case Western Reserve University. Recipient of the Catherine Sweet Me Class of 1934 Scholarship, the Falconer Concert Band Scholarship, the Far West Council of School Superintendent Scholarship. Joshua Allen Erickson, Alfred University. Recipient of the Falconer Rotary Club Scholarship Fund, the Far West Council of School Superintendent Scholarship.
Marissa Ella Swan, Jamestown Community College. Recipient of the Jean L. Sadowski Memorial Vocational Scholarship Fund. Addison Walker Osgood, SUNY Geneseo, recipient of the Catherine Sweet Me Class of 1934 Scholarship, Falconer Moose, Kiwanis Terrific Kid Award, Henry Mosier Post 638 American Legion Medical Award. Augustine Sean Krenzer, Duquesne University, recipient of the Rodney A. Vanstrom Memorial Scholarship Fund.
Natalie Elizabeth Dawsey, State University of New York at Buffalo, recipient of the Randall Todd Rayon Memorial Scholarship. Mathis John Baird, North Park University, recipient of the Arnold R. Johnson Honorary Scholarship Fund. James J.C. Hannon, State University of New York at Jamestown Community College, recipient of the Todd and Roseanne Trinello Memorial Scholarship.
Katrina Brianne Schranz, Cornell University, recipient of Our Lady of Loretto Holy Name Society Scholarship, Farm Bureau Scholarship, Mary Kay and Stanley Kimball Scholarship Fund. Nazaria Jane Neal, State University of New York at Jamestown Community College. Recipient of the Henry Mosher Post 638 American Legion Americanism Scholarship.
Nathan William James Bailey, Geneva College, recipient of the Christine G. Watt Scholarship. Lucas Jarrett Barron, State University of New York at Jamestown Community College. Rylan A. Bragg, entering the workforce. Channing David Brainerd, State University of New York at Niagara. Hunter Thomas Braley, the University of Oklahoma, recipient of the Henry Mosher Post 638 American Legion Math and Science Scholarship, named in honor of Billy Eskley. Seth William Carr, State University of New York at Jamestown Community College. Donovan Mitchell Carter, State University of New York at Jamestown Community College. Hannah Jade Cobb, Penn Foster. Emily Rose Crawford, State University of New York at Jamestown Community College, recipient of the Hector J. and Anne Mareri Vocational Scholarship Fund. Gabriel Ronan Delavoy, entering the military. Savannah Grace DeVilliger, entering the workforce. Bradley Allen Dowd, entering the workforce. Cooper Ross Dowd, entering the workforce. Matthew William Erskine, State University of New York at Jamestown Community College. Rachel Lee Erskine, Alfred State College. Riley Nicole Faragello, State University of New York at Jamestown Community College, recipient of the Burt Day Accurite Memorial Scholarship. Austin Michael Fish, Casadega Job Corps Academy. Javier Bernard Eduardo Gonzalez, State University of New York at Fredonia, recipient of the Falconer Chorus Scholarship. Emily Ann Green, State University of New York at Buffalo, recipient of the Karen Cotton Memorial Scholarship Fund. Maximus Dylan Clayton Greenlee, entering the workforce. Kimberly Alyssa Gerdecki, State University of New York at Jamestown Community College. Haley Grace Holmberg, State University of New York at Fredonia, recipient of the D. and Zira James Memorial Scholarship, as well as the Falconer Guidance Office Continuing Education Scholarship. Patrick Holmberg, entering the workforce. Connor Lee Holsapple, State University of New York College of Environmental Science and Forestry, recipient of the Billy Espley Scholarship Fund. Melissa Ann Hauser, Canisius University. Kiara Lee Marie Ingrao, entering the workforce. Cyrus Richard Jones, Kent State University, recipient of the F2CS Blue and Gold Vanguard Award. Haley Page Cope, entering the workforce.
Mariah Desiree Leroy, State University of New York at Jamestown Community College. Gabe Ivan Lundmark, State University of New York at Jamestown Community College, recipient of the Our Lady of Loretto Holy Name Society Scholarship, the Patrick J. Morales Memorial Scholarship, Falconer Wrestling Boosters, the George D'Angelo Memorial Technical Scholarship, and the William C. Bill Young Memorial Scholarship. Hannah Grace Madonia, University at Buffalo, recipient of the Robert and Catherine Van Every Falconer High School Scholarship. Macaulay Mayer, entering the workforce. Carly Kathleen Madison, SUNY Niagara, recipient of the FCS Alumni Education Scholarship Fund. Janelle Justine Miller, Niagara Falls Culinary Institute. Bradley Benjamin Monhay, entering the workforce. Parker Charles Norlander, the State University of New York at Jamestown Community College. Mazen Gamil Omar, entering the workforce. William A. Pentheny IV, entering the workforce. Annalise Dean Potter, the State University of New York at Jamestown Community College, recipient of the G. Merwin Jones Memorial Scholarship. Charles D. Reichenbach, Alfred University, recipient of the Falconer Wrestling Boosters Scholarship. Abigail Kelly Rexroad, the State University of New York at Jamestown Community College, the recipient of the Todd and Roseanne Trinella Memorial Scholarship and the Kiwanis Terrific Kid Award. Jacob Charles Rice, entering the workforce. Jordan Patrick Richard, entering the workforce. Elizabeth Rose Sandy, entering the workforce. Gavin Lloyd Smith, entering the workforce. Hannah Christine Sorensen, the State University of New York at Jamestown Community College, Alfred University, or St. Bonaventure, the recipient of the FCS Alumni Education Scholarship Fund. Charles Paul Sundquist, Mount Mercy University, recipient of the Falconer Midget Football Award and the Falconer Education Association Scholarship. Brent Lewis Troutman, the State University of New York at Fredonia, recipient of the Jeremy Wright Kinnear Memorial Scholarship Fund. Mia May Vandevelde, the State University of New York at Jamestown Community College and the University of Buffalo. Rachel May Wallace, entering the workforce. Maximus Alexander Welch, entering the workforce. Jazz Marie Wilcox, the State University of New York at Jamestown Community College. Anthony Thomas Wood, entering the workforce.
Graduates, please rise. You may now move your tassels from the right to the left. We present to you the class of 2025. Okay, get your phones ready. At this time, we'll do our cap toss. Congratulations to our 2025 graduates. This concludes our ceremony. I want to thank everyone for attending. Our senior parade will begin at 8 o'clock, so you have some time for photos.